Hello guys and girls, and welcome back to the next episode of Cities Skylines with me, Biffa. Thank you very much for joining me. So hopefully you had a great weekend, enjoyed your time off. Bank holiday Monday if you're in the UK. Had a nice time off, didn't do anything, so no videos yesterday. Thank you for your patience with that. If you want to be kept up to date as to when I am and am not releasing videos, every now and again I don't, I'll take a day off, follow me on Twitter. Biffa2001 is the place to go for that, and that is where I let you know about what's going on. So this is going to be a post commentary on this recording because, yes, I always do a pre-recording check of recording the video, recording the sound, and it recorded. It was fine, no problem at all. So then I recorded my whole episode. I had a game crash halfway through, which meant I had to repeat some stuff, which is a bit of a pain in the neck. But I don't know what it is at the minute. Cities Skylines likes to crash every now and again. It's almost once every video, which is a bit annoying. I don't know what it is, but anyway. But yes, OBS decided not to record my audio, so that was really cool. But yeah, we just enjoyed a nice sunset there over our city, and today we are almost, look at that, we're almost getting to 18,000 population, which is brilliant. I want to try and promote growth in the city. We'll get to that a bit later, but we'll see what we can do. This zone over here, Night Fury Hills, has been growing nicely, our tourism area. That's been doing well. We've got some more buildings added into there. But I had the comment, and I thought it was a very good idea, about moving the fan zone to the tourist area. I would normally have them right next to each other. But the comment was, why don't we move it over to the tourist area to help get more people into there and sort of spread out the benefits of having that. So I'm pretty sure we can sort of squeeze that in. Yeah, down this little space here. Here we go. So we'll just pop that along to the side, alongside, is that Miller Street? I can't see. If we do it that side on the right, then we can sort of fill in the left-hand side with some new buildings as well. We'll turn that on, and then we'll turn the other one on, and we'll see when our next concert is. I believe it will be tomorrow. Let's have a look. Let's check anyway. So let's turn this one on. There we go. Elijah Motti is the next one, the 4th of the 9th. Also, people telling me about putting the prices up to try and get the popularity to increase as well. I was sort of thinking the opposite. If we had the prices a bit lower, it'd encourage more people to come, the popularity would go up. 50 is probably a bit too high. Let's drop it down to 45, 40. Let's go for 40. There we go. And Elijah Motti is the next one. Yeah, and the date's the 3rd today in-game, so tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Elijah Motti was... do they start off at 50 popularity? He's down to 40. I can't remember. We'll see tomorrow anyway, and hopefully it'll get more tourists coming over here to the fan zone. In my mind, I've always had the fan zone next to the main zone as you know, as an overflow. But anyway, we'll try over there and see what happens. So we've had our growth going on around here at a reasonable pace. It's not been too bad, but to try and get some more money and to get some more people walking around here, the suggestion was made to add lots of paths to the outside of, or add lots of entrances, little side gates to this park that we have in here. And I thought that was a very good idea, so we're going to try and do that in a moment. But I would like some more of the larger, higher residential houses around here. So we'll see if we can do that in a bit. But we've got Madman Gardens. There's our main gate. And we've had in our other parks as well. If we go over to Drago Gardens, here we go. This is where we first did the extra gates and encouraging people to cut through from one side to the other. So from Nexon's Height to Nexon Square, they will quite happily cut through. We've got a side gate there by the university, which is used. We've got our main gate around here somewhere. There it is. There it is, the park main gate. And then we've got another cut through over here. Yep, there we go, another side gate. And people will use that, and we will gain a lot of money from people doing that. So we want to make sure that the park district is large enough here for us to put in some extra gates. So that's our main gate there. Not too far from the train station. And obviously we've got the tram that comes around there as well. That looks like a good spot, actually, to add in a side gate. Now, I can actually drink tea and work at the same time, as this is post-commentary. This is actually quite good. Let's make our park area just a bit bigger. Right, let's use the park one, Biffa. There we go. And let's grab a side gate. And for some reason, it won't go on that straight bit of road. And I don't know why. It's slightly odd. I tried to... Oh, that's right, yeah. I tried to remove the housing, thinking it's not that, because it should just go over the top of the housing. But no, it doesn't work. Oh, there we go. It'll go over there. So we're going to remove that house there. These poor people... Yeah, it looks like a straight piece of road to me. I don't know anyway. And then we'll rezone that little section there so they can move their house 3 feet to the right and be back again. So let's attach this little path here. Fortunately, no stones or anything in the way. So that is a cut through. I want to add another 1 or 2 paths over here as well. So if we delete that, I would at some point like to add in... oh, scratch me back. A little bridge. I think we do that a bit later on. But let's get that one. There we go. Oh, it sort of uses a bridge path even though it's not going over water. Yeah, it does that sometimes, doesn't it? And then we're going to add one over this side to hopefully get people cut through there as well. So I'm thinking where to attach it. I don't really want to attach it to where that fishing point is. But if we could move these rocks and sort of go through the middle there, that would be good. So... what I was hoping to do was my normal trick, was you use the Move It mod to move the rocks out of the way, put the path in, and then you could always use the Move It mod and press Control Z, and it would move all the rocks back. But actually, even though there is a bit of space on that rock square, as it were, where you could have a path, and it wouldn't impinge upon the rock, I don't want the rocks closing in as much as they were before. So we'll just run that path up here and connect it over to the side. We're probably going to have to move, let's have a look, that rock there that we just, yeah, let's move that one out of the way. And maybe the other one as well. Is that enough space? Oh, let's put the side gate on. Yeah, oh, there, let's make the zone big enough. There we go, just overlap a little bit. Otherwise, you'll put the gate down and it will start a brand new park, which is what we don't want. And that should connect up to there, hopefully. And then that would give a nice cut through. There we go. We're going to do it that way or this way. Oh, I accidentally left. Did I put Prop and Tree Anarchy on? Oh, no, it's off. Oh, I tell you what it was. When the game crashed, yeah, it said Prop and Tree Anarchy off. I'm not sure whether they were on over that path or not, but I used the little trick of the Move It mod, move the path, and then move it back again to get that working okay. And then we'll get that hooked up over there. So hopefully we'll get some more people cutting through and just earning us some more money, which I think, you know, that's always good, isn't it? Do we need to maybe shift those rocks? Yeah, let's move these rocks back over a tiny bit so it feels like it's a nice place to walk through. We could also put a walking tour through the middle here. I don't do that in this episode, but that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Now, I'd like to get a bridge going across here and another entrance by the school that we've got just at the bottom. And I'm sort of thinking, where can we do that? So I'm going to try and add a little, yeah, one there. See where my cursor's pointing, across there, just because it's interesting and I like the way it looks. We can't add one in the side, so I'm going to try and make that road slightly bigger. And I believe this is the point my game crashed, so I had to then redo everything that you're about to see, which I did off camera, so you don't have to worry about that. So there we go. The game crashed, and now we're back across here. So I've put the bridge in, as we can see. I put a little bit of extra road in, and a nice little curved bridge with the lights across there. So for a walking tour, that could be rather nice. I do like that idea. So I'm now thinking we could also do the same to Obeligee National Park, because at the minute they walk from the train station, but people that side of the motorway, the other side, can't actually get there. I mean, they could take a bus all the way round and get across and all that sort of thing. Let's make the park zone bigger. But I'm thinking, let's add a side gate here, and not only will it encourage people to come to the park, they might also cut through, which would be very good. Now, I was mistaken to think there that the James Highway and the Strawberry Highway, I don't know why it's got two different names, but it has. I was mistakenly thinking that that was raised off the ground, so I'm about to try and put a path underneath the highway. And as you can imagine, it doesn't really work because it's not raised off the ground. Look, I thought it looked like a bridge. It's actually the highway that's got the silent, what's it called? Silent bits on the side. Yeah, there we go. So I did Anarchy, and it did sort of stick it underneath, but it also connected over there to that bit there. And I didn't really like it. That's not how it should be. So I thought, nah, we'll change that. Why don't we put one going over the highway? But now the side gate's not in the right spot. So the poor people over there that were thinking, haha, look at that house over there got knocked down. Yes, the people on Smithson Street are now worried because this is going to get moved over. Bang, and your house is gone. Thank you very much. And we'll put that zone back in over there. So let's now build a bridge over the top of the highway. And I'm hoping that there's enough room. It's going to be tight. And it's going to be one of those that looks quite steep. But we have to sort of use our imagination and pretend it's stairs. So, do I get across here? Oh, I do manage to get across. There we go. So that bit to the left that's quite steep, we'll pretend that's stairs. We'll slope that one down. It looks alright, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that. Sort of like a jungly path going across. Very cool. And then we can just connect that up to that path. And that is now another way for people to get into Obligee National Park and cut through if they want to walk through to the fan zone or, not the fan zone, the main area where the bands play or stuff like that. They can pay to get through the park. They can go up these stairs. We imagine there's stairs there. And a slope, obviously for disabled access as well. We need that sort of thing. But I think that will help. Even though Obligee National Park's already 5-star, I think that will help. So let's move on over now. We're going to... Oh, yeah, we're waiting for this. Yes, just reminding myself it's not today, it's tomorrow. Now it's Lily LaRue. It was going to be Elijah Motti, but the game crashed and had to restart it again. So, yeah, that's changed to Lily LaRue. So we'll see what happens to that. Right, so I am now looking at a way to try and increase the tourism or the tourists coming into our tourism area. And I looked through all sorts of different things and decided the Opera House gives a good upkeep to tourist amount ratio. I thought we'd give that one a go. So it's like 1,000, I didn't see what it was on the screen there, 1,600 and something odd. And it has the capacity of 300 tourists. So after having looked through a few of them, we're like, yeah, we're definitely going to go with that one. And we need to add a road onto the side for that. So let's just take a look where would be a good spot for this. Now, the spot I choose actually comes in handy a bit later on, which you will see, because we're going to get into the Metro Overhaul mod just a little bit. I haven't used it before, so a quick sip of tea. Not used to all this talking, having a day off. So I actually want it to face that road, so I think we'll do a bit of terraforming here. Yeah, let's take down this hill. We'll grab that height there. We'll move that hill back a little bit, and that will give us a bit more space. Yeah, we've had the Metro Overhaul mod suggested quite a few times, so I thought we would take a look and give that a go. There we go. That's a nice spot for that. Just set back on its own little road there, and we can sort of landscape and build up around that as time goes forward. Oh, it needs more water. And hopefully with the cost, I mean, we're making 10,000. What you haven't seen, I did just sort of edit it out, was I spent a few minutes spending some money. I dropped the budget on the residential and I put in some extra, I think it was police and recycling around the residential area around the lake that we looked at the beginning of the episode. This area over here to the right. Madman Gardens and Jur District. Because... yeah, we're trying to really encourage them to expand and grow. And they're not really expanding and growing that much. So if we look at our need... there we go. I've decided I'm just going to remove all of that. That's right. Make it all high density. And then as we need any residential, they will just go there because that's the only place to go. There we go. Those houses are going to disappear. So hopefully that's going to make a difference. And that will help. I was just checking there whether there were any traffic lights on that roundabout. And there wasn't. So we're okay. So let's see, what are we going to start doing now? We are going to look to see whether we can add a metro line in over here. And with the Metro Overhaul mod, you can put metro lines, if you don't know, above ground. So we've got the modern line, the modern looking line there, and then we've got the classic. So if we change that little option on the right to classic, we've got the old sort of wooden... it's like got the metal, the power lines down the middle. We can change it to single or double. We can have one-way or two-way. We can have alternate barriers. So this will be the classic with extra barriers on the side, as you can see. A bit hard to see at night, but yeah, we'll look at this in a bit more detail in a future episode. We're just going to add sort of like a line in. So we're going to go back to the modern. We're going to keep it double and two-way. I don't know what the extra elevated pillars is. Whether it literally is more pillars underneath. And if I made a longer line, I'd notice more pillars being put in. I don't know, but on that sort of short length, There didn't seem to be any extra pillars that I saw anyway. I was flicking through it quickly. I may have missed that. But anyway, I want to connect up to the metro line. If we just check our metro line, we can see how it goes. It starts from the Gloom District and it goes round through that area, past the university there, then it goes through Nexon up to our leisure area. And I want to come off here. This university stop is sort of in the middle, and if we can come along there and then go above the ground and run along this road here, I think that would be a nice start, a nice little test for using the Metro Overhaul mod, having never used it before, not sort of really knowing what it's capable of. So if we sort of go along straight and connect up over here, do we have an above ground metro station? Yes, we've got this Beauformer Street, and there's a couple of these added, and it has, I'll turn it around the other way, it's got a built-in road. That line going up through the middle is a built-in road. I think I see it on this one. Yeah, so we've got the metro line over the top and a little road underneath, which is fantastic. There we go, so we can see that a bit easier. So we need to make a road for that to attach to, but I like that. That means we can have that with a road built in. Later on, I'm going to see if I can actually put my metro line over a road and have a proper sort of like, would it be New York? Having not been to New York but seen things on the TV, I'm sure you've got metro lines that are above ground. It's definitely in Batman anyway, The Dark Knight Rises, where you've got the metro that goes over the road. We'll be giving that a go, certainly in the future. But for now, I'm going to add a little road in here, and then we're going to link up, there we go, link up our station to that. I think that's straight. Pretty sure that's at a right angle. Yeah, that's okay. So we can hook up to this and have, yeah, so how are we going to do that? I think if we go along, I'll try and do what I normally do with the below ground metro. Although what you might notice is these start adding like railway lines. You can't sort of put in, yeah, see it put in that bend? You can't put in a right angle like you would with the metro. So I'm going to sort of, oh yeah, that doesn't connect, does it, for some reason? Let's try that again. There we go. Let's get our metro line. There we go. Hook on there. Excellent. So if you get that nice and close, then I can delete a couple of sections. There we go. I should have paused the game when I was doing that to save some money, but never mind. And then put a curve in. Excellent. So we've got above ground metro curves. We've got a bit of a slope there, but I don't think that's too bad. I could adjust that and move it back, but I think that'll be okay. I might even raise the station. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think that should be fine. So that now should nicely hook up to this area here. I am thinking about putting an above ground over the road metro in our tourist area. We shall see. We shall see how that goes. Now I'm going to hook this up here, and the way I hook it up doesn't necessarily work first time. Now we haven't got much space in here. With Anarchy in, it will go in, but I think it's going to sort of get in the way of the road. So let me have a sip of tea while Biffa from the past, when I recorded this, decides to use, there we go, the Move It mod. Let's grab all of these things here and the station as well, and we'll just slide that all back 2 or 3 spots. 1, 2, 3, there we go, excellent. And that gives us a little bit of space to then bring our metro track down and connect it up. I think we've gone a bit too close there to hook it up. If I go down, let's just see if we can swing that around. I think what I'm going to end up doing is deleting that piece and just going a bit further back to give us some space. Yeah, there we go. So let's go down. We'll use the Anarchy to get that to work, I think. Or will we just go back a bit further? No, there we go. Go back a bit further just to try and keep it, there we go, more realistic with the slope. I know people don't like it when we get unrealistic slopes. And then we can just connect straight up. So there we go. We've now got a connection. That's a bit wiggledy-piggledy, but we'll sort that one out. Don't worry about that. So now we've got that connected up, we can put a new line in. So let's get a line from our university. Let's create a new line. There we go. Over to the Opera House and back again. So we're encouraging people to switch metros. That's good. I think that name's going to automatically change any second. When you're ready, game. Automatic. There we go. Line. Excellent. We have a line. So shall we rename that from, what's this over here? Opera House. Night Fury Hills. Opera House. There we go. We'll go from University to Opera House. That'll do. So, yeah, hopefully we're encouraging people to change their metro over without we're not messing around with the other one that we've got running around, and give us a little bit of money, and it'll save them walking. There is no... we did put some paths in for walking to there, but they will still certainly take the metro. I like the way that looks. They can walk down there onto the road. That is a very cool addition to the game. I'd like to try and get some of that going like up over the top. We'll have to see about that and whether we can connect it up somewhere else or not. Maybe we could. See, I'm starting to look now to see whether there's a different type of tunnel above ground that can go on a road. There isn't. So I'm assuming you would just use Anarchy and put it on and line it up and make it sort of look like that. Now, we've got this depot here, which I'm thinking, do we need that so we get the above ground metros? And then I suddenly noticed that I've not seen any metro trains at all on my lines the whole time I've been building this. We've got no metro train coming backwards and forwards above ground. Now, when you install this mod, it does do something to convert the below ground ones to ones you can see above ground. So let's have a look at our lines. Where's our metro line? No vehicles. So ever since putting on the Metro Overhaul mod, I think 2 episodes ago, it has converted my metros to the ones compatible with the mod, but you need a depot to get those. So we need to try and put in a depot and find a good place to line that up. So I decide that over here it's not going to fit in, and we are going to put it across in another area. So here we are over in our oil district. We are going to squeeze it in here, and we also need to change the track connection. So if you noticed on the last connection I made with our tunnel... oh, actually, no, we're going to come to that in a moment, but I think I talk about it. We need to make sure that our new trams, our above ground trams, can get onto this, you know, our tube loop that we've got set up, or our tube line, because it's not a loop, both directions, because you can see we have lines going both directions. So we're going to see, I'm hoping we can sort of go straight down and fit them in here. No, does that go underneath? No. That would probably, if we connected that to the other side, that would probably give us a level crossing there, which is quite good. It basically acts like trains when it's above ground. I don't want to go above. Let's see. Yeah, I've only keyed in going underneath. That's good. And then we're going to try and connect that way and the other way as well, so they can get in both directions. That should be okay. And as soon as that's connected, our metros start steaming out. We do have 2 lines there. I've only got the one connected. But yeah, they're all going to sort of bunch up because they're all going to come out at once. And one autosave later, we are now going to hit 18,000 a grand city. So we're going to get a soccer club, which we'll definitely add in at some point. We want to be able to do that. That is looking a bit higgledy-piggledy there. Let's just use the Move It mod, Control H, that level there, much better. There we go. And another thing this mod does is it enables you to see inside tunnels and things, which is definitely something we are going to take a look at in a moment. Man, that university is pretty busy. Lots of parked cars and people walking around. I'm really hoping we're going to see a metro get up here. This is when I realised that my tunnels aren't going to work, because if we have a look, they're going anti-clockwise down here, but they're not going to be able to back up and get up that little bend that we've got. So we need to just change. There we go. We'll delete this here and make a connection when they can get around the corner. I'm going to see if I can underground here. Just sort of spin that around a bit and connect up. I don't think we can. For some reason it's sort of... there we go. It lets me do it now. So we go like that. Not the best. It's not the best tunnel connection you've ever seen. There we go. Like that. And we may, well, I say we may, I will have to change this at a later date and make a better connection, because as we shall see in a moment, yeah, the trains like to sort of stop at the corners. If there's not a long enough section in the turning area, yeah, you'll know what I mean. So we're going to add one going the other way as well. There we go. We should have made it longer, but we made it shorter. Excellent. So now the trains can come either way, and I'm hoping any second now we're going to see one come above ground. If you've got any cool ideas of what we can do with the Metro Overhaul mod, let me know in the description below, because I've never used it before and I would really like to try that out. So there we go. We've got one coming along here. So let's unpause. Let's take a look as that comes up above. Yay, there we go. So now we've got metros running above ground, which is fantastic. Let's follow this guy along. For some reason, we've got trees all over there. We'll move those later. Yep, that's going to pop into here. And even though people can walk over to this area, which some still do, look, there's a load of people coming off the train. There's a load under there waiting for the metro to go back. This is like London. There are a few parts of the London Underground, you may or may not know this if you've never travelled on the London Underground, that do go above ground. I've taken them myself to relatives. So we're going to try and see if we can go under the tunnel. Yeah, look at that tree. And you can see that the tunnel's been rendered, but unfortunately in that view it doesn't show it to us. So let's go back again and grab the next one. And I'm hoping if we use the other view, although it's showing us the back of the... What's that? Ghost Central Station. Got some adverts in there. There we go. It's going this way. So we're sort of getting a weird view when we look at the front of the train. But I think we should still be able to see inside. Yeah, there we go. Look, inside, and you can see the other trains. Interesting. I like that. That is very cool. So maybe we can do our camera mod instead. There we go. First person camera mod, and we can fly in there and we can see inside our tunnels. That is really cool. I like that. And I believe you can follow all the tunnels now from one end to the other. All of them become this, yep, ability to look underneath. That's our station. That's the stairs going up. We saw a lot of people waiting there. Got graffiti on them as well. Looking really nice. I like that. So yeah, any ideas you've got of what I can do with the Metro Overhaul mod, let me know in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, thank you very much for joining, but hit the big B with a T stain to subscribe. Be back here tomorrow for the next episode. There's some other videos on the screen as well you may want to check out. I'm just going to move these trees out of the way so our Metro doesn't get clattered by branches and things, and I will see you tomorrow for the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.